Conversations with Kelly.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Conversations with Kelly. It's been a while since we have been here, and I have a special guest today who it's been about a year since you've been in studio. She hasn't been in the studio since we redid everything and the Conversations with Kelly end of things. So welcome, Dr. Pam Denton, my sister from another mother. Everybody thinks we're sisters.
Oh my gosh, and we've been separated for quite some time.
I know, we have, but lots of things have been going on for both of us. So
yeah,
I am excited to have you in here and share with our audience what you've been working on and what's been going on over in Rome, New York.
Rome, New York, the place of my birth. We're in Clinton, New York now, in the country. I love it. It's beautiful, but it kind of keeps me secluded. However, the seclusion's been good because I've created the Evolve Culture program through Positive Evolution Consulting, and we are getting just amazing results in businesses and organizations. It's a full systematic evaluation of culture and what's causing people to be so disconnected right now. And then we target our training towards connecting people to be more productive and shift
amazing.
Culture.
That's amazing. And I know that, from the past, you work a lot with women and women in leadership and kind of getting them past that masculine energy and finding their place and their rightful leadership role.
Yeah. Women are visionaries. They're holding the vision. And I think there are definitely men holding the vision. But one of the things that I realized in doing this work, that in order to transform culture and really work on the human side of business, women are going to lead the way in a lot of cases, or that more open consciousness is going to lead the way.
And things have changed a lot with your dynamic too at home. Like, we're both empty nesters now.
Yes.
It's definitely been a very different feeling for me and has been allowing me to focus more on the business aspect and where I fit in and what I'm doing. And you've always seen kind of the future, I'll call it, because you're so intuitive, and you've made it so that I now can kind of gauge things differently like I didn't before, and kind of put me in tune with my energy and my leadership and how to navigate things. And wow, it's just been a crazy ride. I look at it and memories pop up on our social media.
Oh, yeah.
So I look at it and I'm like, did we really look like that?
Yeah.
And we talked a very different way than we do now. We interacted. I think we just kind of fell into place now.
Yeah.
But it's taken years.
It has taken years.
Yeah.
And I think the future is now. The future that I saw is now. It took me 25 years to put this program together and really study females in leadership and how to bring what we offer the world forward into organizations in a way that men can receive, because they've been leading business for a very long time, and that honors both sides in an inclusive way so that we can all do it together. And I'm getting teary-eyed about this. I mean, it's been quite a journey for me, and the systems that I've put together are for everybody, because what I truly believe is that we have to get out of this hostile territory that we're in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
The anxiety is so huge for people, and they don't even know what's going on. And truthfully, at the core of my work is evolving the nervous system. And I studied for years, not only the female side of leadership, but also how our nervous systems respond in a collective. Like, when we evolve the nervous system, what happens to an organization? So the work that I do is sustainable because we're working on the inner mechanics of how humans are designed on a scientific level.
It's so interesting to me. It is. It's fascinating because it's something way out of my realm. And my brain is like, oh, you start talking and you get so passionate about what you do and about helping people grow and see their visions come true. And it's so nice to finally see that happening for you. And it's taken you many different journeys and many different places
and many
pieces.
different faces. Like you were talking about how we've changed. Like when you're saying that, I'm like, my face has changed numerous
everything
times.
has changed. The way we talk, the way we look, the way we present ourselves. It has drastic. I look at some of our stuff, like our lives from when we first started, and I'm like, oh Lord, didn't anybody want to tell us that we didn't look all that good and we really didn't sound all that good back then?
I thought we were all right. We were all right.
But now we just, it's easy. It's just effortless. And I think we as women too have, in our age group, have just found our place and found our comfort zone. And I know that with me, I feel like better than I ever have. And I'm just comfortable with myself now.
Yeah. Settling into yourself.
Yes.
But I think what comes up for me, or I should say, and what comes up for me when I listen to you is what makes us different. We've changed so many times. We've faced huge challenges. We've traversed territory that no one would dare to do or stay in. We've had to face the adversary, the people who don't like us, don't like our work, don't believe in what we're doing.
But
and
we
so
still stayed the course.
We're still here.
And we're still here.
Yep. And we're still doing it. And that is a visionary leader.
Yes.
That's a leader. I'm getting chills. Who gets chills? Who believes?
I know it's really hot in the studio right now. And both of us, the chills are like going up my arms right now talking about this.
Yeah.
And just seeing how far we've come and how far we've grown, and that we have stayed the course and we've stayed together through all of it. We may not talk like we used to talk every single day. And
we did. We talked every day.
Yeah. And now we don't miss a beat. It's like we could not talk for a month and we wouldn't skip a step.
It's like the vision brought us together. What we were holding for ourselves in our business brought us together through the female leadership.
Yep.
We built the influential woman.
Yes.
We held the vision. We stumbled. We fell. We picked each other up. And we kept running with the vision.
Because, there were times where we both had mental breakdowns. And you're like, okay, calm down. Let's rethink this. And there's got to be a way to kind of reshape our thinking and go this direction instead of just trying to barrel through this way. We came at it from a different direction. And the influential woman has changed so drastically since we first started it to what it is now. And it's that Phoenix rising. And,
it's truly
it's
the vision
you get stomped out and you rebuild yourself and you're reborn again. And it could be in a completely different direction. Did I think that I was going to be doing all of these podcasts this way? No. Did I think I was still going to be doing events and changing them up the way that I have? No. There's so many things that I could say, nope, I really didn't think that it would go in the direction that it has. And I'm just so grateful that it did go the way that it has, because it's made me grow as a person, both professionally and personally. It's kind of intertwined itself. And with you being there and kind of steering me in the right direction and in different directions than I had thought, and making me keep my mind open. I think that's what a lot of people miss these days. Open it up. Because, when we first started doing stuff together, I was like, no, don't believe it. Nope, not going to happen.
Look at the energetics of this. Let's look at the energetics. Let's look at how this is in alignment. Is this in alignment? Is it not in alignment?
Yeah.
Are you
need
tracking
to get
the dark side?
Yeah, you need to get rid of this stuff over here or these people. And I'm like, no, I can't do that. And once I did, now I just step back, and I was very reactionary.
Yes.
Very reactionary. People have seen me have absolute meltdowns at, behind the scenes or in front of the scenes at shows or whatever. Now, even some of my friends that have been around me for a long time, they even have said, what's going on? Because you're like a totally different person. I don't know. Maybe it's menopause. I don't know.
Could be.
It could be the hormones changing. I don't know. But I just feel like I've come into where I'm supposed to be now. And I'm good with that.
Yeah. And when you descend the vision, when you stay with it, this is what's coming through. I'm totally like in an intuitive moment here, but it calms you, it stabilizes you. So even though we do breath work for stress regulation so that leaders are not so reactive and are more proactive and stay in alignment with their path, that's one of our first principles is regulate the stress and get it out of the body. You did it in your own way by descending your vision, by bringing your vision down into reality, building the podcast, building the studio, rebuilding your events.
And putting myself in alignment with very specific people.
Yes.
And I don't just say, oh, yep. And the power of saying no.
Yes. Yes, no.
But that took me how long to do that? That took me forever, I feel like.
Does it align with the vision of where I'm consciously headed?
Yes.
Is my consciousness in alignment with this right now? And if you say no, it's a no. And if it's a hell no, it's a hell no.
Yeah. And
or a heck no,
there's no in-betweens anymore. I'm not hemming and hawing like I was before, where you feel like you're kind of in that fight or flight mode.
Yes.
And I don't feel like that anymore. And it's powerful because then everything else starts to align itself and you attract a very different type of people, type of business, even personally with who you're friends with and who you decide not to be.
Yeah, I really want to touch into that fight or flight mode. And I want to say this for the audience because it's so very important to our nervous system health. I'm just going to say it this way. The adversary can catch you off guard when you're in fight or flight. It's designed to fight or flee. However, when you are unregulated and you keep yourself that way, what will take down your vision will take down your vision.
Yep.
And you can't hold the vision when you're in a state of sympathetic dominance. So if you're listening to this and you have a big vision or you want to shift your organization, you have to regulate your stress. You have to get to calm, no matter what path, other than, other substances, I would say, another path. Like if we use breath work, we use movement, we use the natural rhythms of the body, but it could be a walk in the woods. It could be the right people. It could be journaling. There are so many ways to regulate your nervous system. It could just be thinking the stress out of your system, which you're really good at. You're a manifester. So you could just be like, oh, I'm just going to think this.
I'm good. And I guess it's really become a reality to me dealing with the dogs at the shelter. Because they're in fight or flight mode every day. And being able to have tools to go in there and work with them and calm them down. And you can see it. You can see it in them. It's just so powerful. And if I was a year ago, even going into the shelter, it would have a very different effect. I don't think I would be able to do it. And I think the dogs, they respond. They respond. They really respond to it. And that's why I love going in there, because now they respond to me and they're all like, oh, hey, it's her again. And they don't growl. They don't, get aggressive. They're like, oh, she's here. I know her. She's calm.
I love
she's
that.
Good to go. So
trust, and that builds trust, and then they trust you, and then they surrender their fear, and they become a different dog.
Exactly.
Dogs pick up on the anxiety. They pick up on the frenetic energy. They pick up on we call it aberrant waveforms.
They sure do. Yeah. If you're nuts, they're gonna mimic. Yeah, it's just opened my eyes to a lot of different things, and doing some of the events, like looking where we were, now looking where I'm at now. And you told me years ago, you told me it's going to be a make or break. You've either got to change this up completely, and not everybody's going to be happy about that. And you may have some hard stuff to deal with, but once you get over it, it's going to open up a whole new world, and it's either going to be really super successful or you're going to just eliminate it out. And I found where I'm happy now.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome. We haven't talked in a while.
I know. It's
like,
I mean,
so
the
good
last
to
event
hear.
that we did together was January. And at that point, I said, like, this is kind of, it's make or break for me. Cause, there were certain things that happened at that show that were out of our control, but we made the most of it. And I picked myself up and I said, okay, I've got March. It's do or die. If it doesn't go well, then I'm going to walk away from this and I'm going to do something different. It was really great. Like, it couldn't have gone much better. Like, it was very successful, but you figure out the pieces that work and what doesn't. Like, I love doing the fashion shows. We had the fashion show with Katie, and it was amazing. And the energy in there. That's the other thing that I've picked up from you, is kind of reading the energy of the room, and you pick up on that. So if things are not in alignment, then I pick up on that, and the whole show just doesn't go well. And I don't let that happen anymore. I'm just upbeat about it. If there's an issue, I take care of it. Boom, done. I don't complain about it. I don't say, oh my God, what am I going to do, and freak out. I deal with it and move on to the next thing. And it's just poof.
That is the power of understanding alignment and being able to shift. And it took time for you.
It's taken me years.
It'll take any organizational leader time to work on alignment. You get out of alignment, you get back in alignment. And it's like this recalibration, but it becomes so familiar to be in alignment that when you're out of alignment, it like shoots you back into alignment. It's like, oh, I just got to fix this and everything will flow
everything
again.
will be good.
Yeah.
So I want you to talk about your leadership conferences.
Yes.
And you had your first one recently, and I was so bummed. It wasn't here in New York.
No.
So you did it in Arizona.
Prescott, Arizona,
So
right outside of Scottsdale.
Tell us a little bit about that vision and what went on. And
it was just so incredible. One of our team players, one of my team people, reached out to me and she said, I really want to do something around mind body with the training that I've done with you. She's one of the consultants on my team. And all of a sudden I realized it was time to get back in the game of conferences. 2019 was my last conference. And then I met you and I started assisting you with your conferences and expos. And so that fulfilled me enough. And I'm like, nah, I'm not getting back into this. And then I felt the call of the vision of bringing people in a room together around neuroactivated leadership, the nervous system work that we do, and the conscious visionary, bringing your higher vision into reality. And so we started with a mind-body conference, and then we decided to advance the concept back to leadership, where I ended in 2019 when the pandemic hit. And we just have this beautiful strategy that we're unfolding. I've used it with large organizations already. So I know the formula works. It really brings people into their leadership power and their alignment to bring their purpose and their mission into the world. And so Kelly and I are teaming up. Woo!
yay! I can't wait. I can't wait.
She's going to help me out. And being on the podcast is part of bringing this vision out into the world. And I have a vision of thousands of people in a room breathing and bringing their vision into reality and shifting out of their old behaviors to come into alignment like we've talked about. And I know
It's going to
the
be
formula.
super powerful between the conferences and podcasts.
Yes.
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 we're gonna be announcing the podcast with you.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that vision.
Well, when I reached out to you about the Evolve Leadership Conference in April, we got talking and things started to flow. And I realized it was time to do a podcast. And I'm so thankful for the studio because it makes it easy for me to come and just share my voice with you and with other visionary leaders. What we are going to be doing is featuring visionary, conscious leaders who have a big vision to change the world. No matter what it is. It could be with animals. It could be in your organization. You may be a CEO, a founder, just getting started. If you have a big vision, we want you on our show because we want to talk about how to bring your vision forward, maybe how you've already brought your vision forward, so that the visionaries out there who realize that we're at a juncture in humanity that it's exactly what we talked about. You've got to get into alignment and do your thing or bust.
Yep.
We're in a divide.
Yes. Agreed.
And it doesn't matter what side of the divide you're on. I'm in the middle. I'm a bridge keeper. So I stay neutral and I work my neutrality as much as I possibly can. Sometimes I can't. Sometimes it's impossible. But the goal of the vision is to be that bridge for this huge divide. The vision bridges the divide, and we need that right now.
Yeah, we definitely do. And it's time. It's finally the perfect time for us to be able to do this. And we were talking and just it was so effortless.
Yeah.
Where it flowed to. And I'm really excited to be able to do this. I love being able to talk to people and listen to other people's stories. That's how I started Rochester Woman, was because of that. And it's just grown like wildfire since then. And then the conversations with Kelly of being able to talk real talk. So we're taking, conversations with Kelly, but then now we're going to be able to do this other thing with you and do the leadership end of it. And where does it evolve to? Who knows?
We'll see.
Who knows?
Yes. We're going to follow the yellow brick road and see where it takes us. I can say this. When you come to this conference, you will leave the room feeling better about yourself. And that is what everybody needs right now.
Yes. Yeah, we do. And now that the election is finally over, I think we can be able to get back into that and putting ourselves into a different alignment, I'll call it. I feel like we've been halted up until the election, business-wise, whatever. But I have found, especially with the business, that because of the election end of things, everybody was at a standstill.
Yeah.
And it was, you just couldn't get past it because nobody knew what direction it was going to go in. So,
and there are only certain things within our control. I don't think we can control the characters on the show, but what we can do is master our vision and get it out there and keep going forwards. Your fears will tell you that it's not going to happen. The truth is that your vision will direct you to where it is that you need to go. And so if you listen to that vision and you hear it and feel it, whether you're leading, again, a huge organization or just getting started, the vision will show you the way. And what's happening with politics and the economy and people are going to be people. This is what we have to master.
Yep. And we have control over this
we
part
can.
of things. And we just, it means different things for different people too. The vision and evolving means very different things to different people. But I think if we are able to put it out there, and even if we just help one person, that to me makes everything else so worth it. And being able to hear somebody's voice and vision and what they're talking about can help somebody else see their vision. And we're powerful together.
Yes.
Not apart.
Nope.
So,
lone wolfing does not work.
Nope, it doesn't. And I lone wolfed for a long time. And you know.
It'll almost break your soul.
Yes. Yes.
It does break your soul.
I feel like I was
eventually.
broken
Yeah.
for a long time. And now I've got my pack. I've got my core pack,
I
and
love that.
we're powerful together. You know, even Julio is part of my pack.
Julio, shout out to Julio.
He's amazing at what he does. And I was missing that piece. And once it fell into place, it's like, holy cow, the possibilities of being able to pick those very particular pieces that we all come together and we make a whole together. So yeah, definitely very, very powerful together. And I can't wait to see us in 6 months.
Oh my gosh.
We'll come back on and we'll tell people where we are at that point and how much we've grown. Because I see, and I know you see, that there's bigger stuff coming for both of us and us together. And the podcast, the conferences, I think 2025 is going to be a game changer for us and many other people that we pull in and pull together.
55 and fantastic and 25.
Oh,
That's
there
what it's
you
gonna
go.
be.
See, I'm not 55 yet. Oh, I'm almost there.
April. I'll be 55 in April. So
yeah, I'll be 54 in February. I can't
all right.
believe I'm saying that out loud.
Mine will be 55, 25.
I just don't feel
I know.
like the age
I
is
was
even
thinking
a
about
thing
that last
anymore. I was petrified in my 40s to hit that 50 number. And I feel more confident and more secure with myself in my 50s than I ever did before.
Yeah, keep traversing the terrain, the mountain and things change. You become more confident in the vision. I mean, follow the vision, get into alignment. We have amazing things coming. Come to Arizona. Prescott is like a little cowboy town, I want to call it, outside of Scottsdale and Sedona. And
I'll be wearing I've got blinged out cowboy boots, so I'll be wearing those. And Tim Fisher actually got me a cowboy hat.
Oh, nice.
A pink one. A hot pink one. It's beautiful. So, yep, I'll be wearing that.
I think we actually had a vendor. We have a vendor that specializes in customized hats. Watch out, Kelly.
Don't. I don't like to shop or anything, right?
At all.
I don't like to ever shop.
That's the reason for your expos.
I know, right? Yeah, I kind of can say that I kept going just because I wanted to shop vendors. It's terrible.
Oh, good. Oh my gosh.
Some people have vices of drinking or whatever. Mine's shopping.
Thank you for the shopping.
Well, thank you for coming on and joining us on Conversations with Kelly. And stay tuned, guys, because we have big things coming.
Join us.
Yep. And stay tuned. We'll be announcing Pam's podcast very soon.